Hi, peeps. I'm Auriel Grace, and this is a spiritual show. And tonight, we're going to be talking about the solar plexus chakra. We'll mention the root chakra and the sacral chakra a little bit too, but we're going to be focusing on the solar plexus tonight. As we move up every month, we'll be talking about the chakras as we move up the system. This is the third chakra in the chakra system that we'll be talking about. So, but before that, I'm going to, hey Mary, I'm gonna give you some announcements because I have some really cool ones. Hey Dana, and we'll get into the chakra system. Okay, so while everybody's gathering, here we go. So this Friday on 3/18, I'm running $50 Fridays. That is $50 for 45 minutes. It's an intuitive reading and energy session. All right. You can email me to book at agangofgirlsinc@gmail.com. All right. So the next thing is uh, if you've ever wondered about publishing on Amazon on their KDP program, I'm running a workshop on that day on Tuesday, March 11th. Oh, no, wait, Tuesday, March 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So it's 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific, I think. And you can RSVP to worldawakeinc.org. And that way you'll get a Zoom link. These workshops are open to the public and you can check them out. All right, so we're going to go over a lot of stuff on that workshop. We'll be going over the Word program, plus we're going to be going over the full KDP program to show you how to publish a book. So it's about 1.5, 2 hours long. All right. The next workshop that I want to tell you about is with Reverend Jackie, and it's going to be on March 20th. It also is through Zoom. It's open to the public, and it is a drum circle. So she is going to teach you about drumming and a drum circle. It is at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 10:30 Central. So that would make it 8:30 Pacific Time, I think. Hi, Alicia. So you can check that out. It's on March 20th, Sunday, March 20th. And you also have to RSVP at worldawakeinc.org and just RSVP there. That way you get the Zoom link and you can join the Zoom workshop. All right, it'll be a very fun class. I'm like crossing my fingers. I want to join that class. So these workshops are done through donation. So if you can leave a donation there, there'll be a link. Yay! If you can't, that's okay. The experience is the reason why we're doing this is so you can have the experience of these workshops. All right, so I'm looking forward to doing some more workshops. They'll be very fun for us. All right, so for those of you who are looking into chakras and how they work and what they do, and if you want a meditation, I do have a meditation. It's on my website at aurielgrace.net. Click on the meditation tab and scroll down. You'll see the chakra meditation. I always recommend you do the chakra meditation at least once a month for maintenance. And the reason why is because we're always picking up energy. There's always like this energy all around us. There's people all around us. And so it's always good to maintain your chakras. It's always great to maintain your energy field. And it will end with doing some little past life stuff. That'll be fun for you, right? All right. So the last couple months, we've done the root chakra and the sacral chakra. And so the root chakra is at the bottom of your tailbone. It's a bright, beautiful red. Hi, Isis. Hi, Iris. How y'all doing? Okay, so The root chakra is at the bottom of your tailbone. It's a bright, beautiful red. It is 2 inches in diameter, spinning at a comfortable speed for you. That's what all the chakras are going to be spinning differently. So don't try to make them all spin the same. It's not going to work. You'll end up being all like, oh. so don't try to do that. Just comfortable speed for you. And the root chakra is our foundation. It's a place that helps us stay present in this moment. Okay. So it assists us with feeling safe and secure. All right. The second chakra, which is right below your belly button, is the sacral chakra. And it is a bright, beautiful orange. And that is the place where creation begins. It's where we create life. It's like it helps us with our projects, whether they be artistic or otherwise. It just helps us get those creative juices flowing, right? So we need to keep that chakra also moving and flowing. A bright, beautiful orange, 2 inches in diameter, spinning at a comfortable speed for us. Okay. So if you want to watch those videos again, you can go to YouTube, look me up, Auriel Grace, and you'll be able to find them. They're on my YouTube channel. Okay. All right. So tonight we're talking about the solar plexus chakra. This is also all the chakras are complex because it's not just it is an energy center, but it's connected to so many parts of us, right? So the solar plexus chakra is actually one of my favorites. Um, and and when I started learning about it, I was like, oh, okay, so this is why this happens. All right, so it is connected to the element of fire. It is really connected to our mental body. All right. And it is a bright, beautiful, sunshiny yellow. And where the logo is up here, you'll be able to see it. It's right up here. You'll see it in the corner. That is a picture of a solar plexus. And it comes from one of my reference books, this book. It's called Journey Through the Chakras. It is a beautiful book. And if you want a really good book, a really great book that has great information in it, check it out. It's on Amazon and it is a beautiful book. I will be leaving my reference links in my show notes on Clarity 101 tomorrow. So that'll go up tomorrow. So it is a bright, beautiful yellow. The developmental age when we start developing our solar plexus chakra is between the ages of 14 and 21. Teenagers. That's when we start learning how to flex that and see what we can do with it, right? All right, so it's right below the diaphragm. The sense is sight, eyesight, and sight. Okay, intuitive sight. Okay, so the planets that are connected to the chakra are the sun and Jupiter. The sun, because it is physical, right? The sun is a physical part of it. Just like the moon is spiritual, the sun is physical. All right. So the essential oils to assist with stimulating is black pepper, rosemary, chamomile, juniper berry, marjoram, turmeric, and thyme. Okay. So the crystals are, we've spoke about all these crystals in the crystal shows. So ruby, tiger eye, yellow topaz, citrine, yellow calcite, pyrite, and sunstone. Okay. All right. So, and I usually when I'm working with solar plexus chakras, I use citrine. This is the stone that I truly resonate with chakras. And this is a rough citrine, and this is my citrine point. Okay. Dana, tomorrow the book is going to be in the show notes and I will share them on Facebook. So you'll see them. Okay. It'll go up and it will have the name and title and the link where you can buy the book. I met the author. He's awesome. His name's Ravi. He's great. So, and it is a great book. This is another chakra book that is also a great book. And it came from Five Below. So if you have a Five Below in your area, go check it out. I know that the Five Below over by my house, they still have these books. It is a great reference book, and I use this book for these shows too. You can also get it on Amazon, but check out Five Below first. All right? Okay. Because we're going to be using this book too. All right. All right, Theo. All right, cool. Very good. All right. So the solar plexus, like I said, is our will. It's our will center. It's like, hey, mom, what are you willing to do and how are you willing to do it? Okay. That's why if you do any of my accountability classes, those are I ask that question to people almost every time we see each other is what are you willing to do? How are you willing to do it? Because I want to make sure that solar plexus is flexing. Okay. All right. So um this is a place where we make decisions. So this is a place where we learn self-discipline and strategy. We learn about goals. We learn how to do things to create our goals. Um, we learn about our mental power, like our logic, our strategy, reasoning. We look for, and this is also the place where the imbalance comes in when you see the people like all like thinking they know everything, right? So this is also the place where we learn to make friends with our ego. And I know there's a lot of people out there like, oh, you gotta splash that ego, you gotta kill it. No, don't kill your ego. Because if you kill your ego, you kill yourself. That's no good. Okay, so the ego is if you can make friends with your ego and you can work with your ego, it will help you. Okay, so if I weren't working with my ego, I wouldn't be able to sit here on Sunday nights for 45 minutes and talk to you about stuff. I just wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be like, oh my God, you know. So make friends with your ego. The ego's there to protect you. It will tell you, like, hey, what are you doing? So don't try to squash it. Don't try to do anything with it, or your solar plexus will be out of balance, and that's not good. Okay, so the ego is you. You are the ego. That's how it goes down. That's how it's always been. You don't have to squash it. It's okay for you to be modest and humble. The ego helps with modest and humble if you want to be modest and humble. The ego also helps you if you want to grow your business or you want to do fun things, So it's up to you to decide how much of a friendship you want to have with your ego to balance out things in your life, right? It helps with the drive. All right. So, um, so we want to make sure that we're friends with our egos. We want to make sure it's healthy and that we're not overwhelming people or telling them what to do, really. I mean, when it comes out as a request, you're not really telling anybody what to do. You're saying, hey, don't you think this would be a better idea? Instead of like, "Ugh," like that. Because the solar plexus, when we really flex it, it could do that. We don't want to bang people into the ground. That's not good. We want to assist them, nurture them, raise them up, right? So those bosses out there, listen to that. All right. I hope you hear it. All right. So the imbalance, if you're imbalanced, these are the physical effects it has on you. All right. So an overactive solar plexus chakra is the cause of heated liver, leading to body acid levels. It also causes high cholesterol, hypertension, high blood pressure, acid reflux, headaches, migraines, and sometimes diabetes. Hey, Miss Kuzi. So those are the things that it can cause. All right. This happens when people are too, are doing this. That's what happens when you're like that, when you're just driven, and that's you only have like this kind of vision, right? And you push yourself without paying attention to your physical body and taking care of it. Okay. You don't want that. You want to keep that chakra balanced out so that you're not like just being like this crazy workaholic person. And I say workaholic person because most of us can relate to workaholic person. Okay. So we want to make sure that we have a full life, not just our work life. Right. Okay. All right. So those are the things that happen. All right. So the need to gain undue and illogical supremacy. Yeah. When somebody wants to be the boss and they're not being very nice. So creates imbalances and blockages in the functioning of the chakra. So leading to raised levels of high cholesterol and other conditions like diabetes, ulcers, hepatitis, rheumatoid arthritis, heart diseases, and bowel dysfunctions. All right. If this chakra is suppressed, it can cause imbalanced digestion, bad sleep, and increased irritability and anxiety. A weak solar plexus is the cause of anxieties and excessive sweating, like your palms and the soles of your feet sweat a lot. Um, so you want to not be like Charlie Brown, and have a mushy solar plexus. You want to strengthen that thing in and breathe light into it to strengthen it, right? Because when your solar plexus is like a puddle, you're like Charlie Brown. You can't decide anything. You're worried about everything, to a point of being frantic. And so that means that you have not really worked with your solar plexus, or you haven't really made decisions. You haven't pushed yourself to a place where you exert yourself, right? So like if somebody is being mean to you, you know, and you are able to say, hey, nah, I'm not gonna put up with that. Nope. And you don't put up with it. Or are you going to back down and let that person walk all over you? Are you a doormat? No, you're not a doormat. You're the person that says, no, I'm setting a boundary up. And you cannot talk to me like that. You can treat me like this. And you keep doing it. And you'll find that your solar plexus starts to strengthen. It starts to strengthen. It starts to strengthen to where you're okay with setting boundaries, and you're okay with people having their own opinions, and you're okay because that's them, not you. Right? So now, there have been some questions about this. A lot of people email me, oh gosh, we're going to talk about solar plexus. I got all this stomach stuff going on. Yeah, you're going to have stomach stuff going on if you are unhappy, if you cannot make boundaries, if you are not friends with your ego, if you are a young person and you're having some issues, It may be because of growth, it may be because you're growing, like it does start, the solar plexus really starts to mature around like 10, I think around 10, and it goes to like 21. That's when we're really flexing. And some kids, they haven't been had the supervision of an adult, and so they don't know how to flex their well. They don't know what to do with that. They haven't had that person to show them, right? So you want to be able to show your young people, hey, boundaries. And who are you? Because this is also a chakra that you can sit there and go, okay, who am I? I got to figure me out, because you will change over time. But each time you change, you'll see that more depth of who you are, right? So stand in your center, be present so that you can see what's going on around you. Now, if you want to be able if you are an older person and you've got anxiety, you're going to have to work with the first three chakras because those three chakras are going to assist you with feeling better, calmer, and feeling more decisive, making sure those chakras are lined up, make sure they're flowing in a good way. Okay. And like I said, doing a chakra meditation, if you don't like my chakra meditation, look on YouTube. There are a billion of them. Go and do a chakra meditation at least once a month. Go see a Reiki practitioner who knows how to work with chakras so that the Reiki practitioner can assist you with balancing all of them out. Okay? Because that will really help you. Also, a cranial sacral therapist can help you with that too. So make sure that you let the person know before you go in, the therapist know that, hey, these are the chakras I want to focus on. So that there is a little bit more time for tweaking. Okay. It takes a long time to learn about chakras and how to help people with them. It's not a quick fix because you have to think of a person like an onion. And all of us people, just like Shrek says, like we've got all these layers on us and we have stuff between the layers. So human beings are complicated beings. And so it's not just a quick fix. And if you're having some issues with health, make sure you go see a doctor. Make sure the doctor is someone you trust. And if you want to, back that up with a homeopathic doctor. So that way you're getting both things because medical doctors will only treat the physical body. Okay? That's all they do. A homeopathic doctor will treat the rest of it. You want to treat the whole body, not just one thing, because there's always a reason for that one thing. Okay? All right. So, and that's something I really want people to understand is a lot of people will say, oh, well, I don't need to go see the doctor because the doctor's blah, 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 blah. Hey, I know about doctors. I do. I spent a lot of time in the doctor's office when I was a little girl. So I know how much I don't like going to the doctor. But if I have to go, I'll go. So make sure that you get medical attention if you are in a lot of pain, if you are not feeling good. All right? Because you have to take care of you. And that's part of the solar plexus too, is making that decision for wellness. All right? All right. So there's a lot of things that you can do that are really good. If you're having digestive issues, you can. I know that like if I have like a tummy ache or something like that, I drink peppermint tea. It helps my tummy ache. You may want to try some spearmint tea or peppermint tea, chamomile tea. That works. But if it persists, please go see a doctor and find out why. Because by then it has manifested into something, and you need to have that, whatever it's manifested into, you need to put your attention on it. Okay. All right. So I use citrine, and I use citrine for my solar plexus. All right. So I'm a girl. I wear bras. I stick my citrine in my bra. If you're a guy, you can put it in your pocket in your shirt or your pocket of your pants. Some people carry them with them in their purse. Eh, that when it's the closer it is to you, the better the energy for it. Okay. So you want to make sure that it's on you. All right. All right. And that it is, powered up. So make sure you put it in the sun. Make sure it goes into the moonlight. All right. So you can power them up, get them nice and energized, and keep them on you. Right. Okay. So, and that's what you can do to activate your solar plexus chakra. This is a stimulant for it, and it can help you help it to energize it. The other thing that you can do is place your hands down underneath your rib cage, and you'll be able to connect to that chakra. You'll feel it. It's an energy center. You can feel it, and you breathe light into it. It can be yellow light, it can be white light, whatever. Take a breath, connect to the chakra, and breathe light into it. And that will also stimulate it, especially those of you who have learned Reiki, those of you who are that understand it, or who are energy workers and have practiced it. And even if you aren't, you can still do it because the energy is universal life force. So it comes from the universe and it moves through you, and then it moves into you. So if you want to do a laser focus on your solar plexus chakra, hands like this, right? Over the chakra, connect to it, breathe light into it. And you may want to do it for a little, for a few minutes. And you're going to feel it pop like a button. When it's full, it'll shift. You'll feel it pop. It's kind of cool. And then you'll know you can stop. All right. And if you continue to have that, you continue to do this, continue to stimulate it like that, it will assist you, with that will center so that you don't feel that, or, or you don't feel like the boss, like the bossy boss. Because it's okay to feel like the boss, especially if you're the boss, right? But remember to be a nice boss. Remember to be a boss that can hear what their people are telling them. Okay. All right. So if you're into essential oils, all right, again, you can use black pepper, rosemary, chamomile, juniper berry, marjoram, turmeric, and thyme. Those are the essential oils to balance an overactive solar plexus. All right, so something that's overactive, if you're a wild and crazy boss and you just are nobody can stand you, bossy person, you can use the green oils, which are peppermint, spearmint, and basil. All right, and just the smell of them will start to level you out and calm you down. Okay. Okay. So, and like I said, if you have tummy aches, spearmint tea, peppermint tea, chamomile tea, things that will calm you. Right? All right. So, when you're breathing light into your chakra, remember, take time every day and check it out. Hey, you doing okay? And give it some love. All right? Because everyone deserves love, and that's what you're doing. You're giving yourself some love. All right. All right. So, most importantly, this chakra assists with our intuition. So when you are feeling like, if you have that feeling of like a tummy ache, like, kind of feeling like your stomach doesn't flip flop or something happens like that, um, pay attention, be present, pay attention to what's going around you. That's what I call a shift in the force. When I feel my tummy do like a weird thing, I'm like, oh my God, the force just shifted. What happened? You know? So I'll check it out and I'll check in with people and things like that so that I know like what's going on. Okay. So pay attention to that little flippy thing in your tummy that tells you that something is going on and that you need to check in, right? So you should always be checked in. But that even makes you more aware of what's going on. All right. So that is a great way intuitively to know. And it could be good, it could be bad, it could be indifferent, but just making sure when you feel that shift in the force, like check everything out to make sure your world is right and tight. Okay. All right. So So, and that's, you really have to pay attention. Everybody's like, oh, I don't know how to connect to my intuition. Well, that's an intuitive hit right there. That stomach, that solar going, hey, pay attention, right? All right. So make sure you are paying attention. You're not sitting there being frantic about it. But as soon as you get the hit, just start checking in with people or checking your environment. Okay. You don't have to get anxious about it and stuff. If you find that you become anxious during the day or you have anxiety, make sure that you take time every day to breathe, to connect to yourself, ground and center yourself, and breathe through it so that you're present. The more present you are, the less likely you will be anxious. Okay? And there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with anxiety. There's nothing wrong with any kind of mental health thing, as long as you are taking care of yourself. Okay? So make sure that you give yourself love and you appreciate yourself. That's part of the ego. That's that ego. The ego comes in and says, hey, you know what? You need to sit down, have a cup of tea, be quiet for a minute so that you can be present. And the solar plexus assists us with that. Okay, well, it's success with presence. And you will see that once you really start working with it, you'll start to feel more comfortable with yourself. Okay, all right. So I'm going to show you let me see if I can get this up here. There it is. I hope you can read this. Okay, so this is from the Chakra and Self-Care book. This is one of the reasons why I like this book, is because it has these really cool little charts in them. Okay. So the color is yellow. Again, element fire. There's the symbol for it. The shape, if you need a shape. The planets are Mars and the sun. That's aggression. Remember, Mars is aggressive. The sun is about physical. All right. The astrological signs are Leo and Aries. Here's the stones, some of the stones that you can use. Pyrite, citrine, yellow agate, amber. The goddess archetype is the warrior, all right? The animal is the lion, yes. And essential oils, here's some more essential oils. Lemon, grapefruit, ginger, and peppermint. Okay, so these also can assist you during the day as well. So that gives you a little bit extra. That's why it's always good to have extra references for yourself and get other people's opinions so you can consider what's going on, right? All right. Okay. So remember, the solar plexus is the third chakra up. It's by the diaphragm, right under the rib cage. Connect to it. Breathe light into it. Make sure to do that. Like checking in with it. Okay. All right. So that's what I got to say about the solar plexus. And like I said, my chakra meditation is on my website at aurielgrace.net. And remember to do that once a month, okay? Because that will assist with maintenance. We always want to be maintaining our energy field and our chakras so that we're balanced and we're doing our thing in a good way, okay? Okay. So tomorrow I will put my show notes up on the Clarity 101 blog on my website again, aurielgrace.net, and you'll there will be links for these books, and you can go check them out on Amazon because that's where I purchase. I That's where you can purchase those books. Now I didn't purchase these books from Amazon, but I know you can get them on Amazon. Okay. So the links for these two books will be there. And the link for the chakra meditation will also be there, as well as this video. And if you want to check out the other videos as well, they are already on the Clarity 101 blog. Okay? All right. Well, next week, Theo and I are going to be talking about the Egyptians. And we can't wait to share that with you because we're moving on with our ancient civilization show. And we'll be talking about the Egyptians. And then the week after that, we're going to be talking about Thoth. So, and the emerald tablets, which is really cool. So we're moving to Egypt, everyone. It'll be very fun for us. I hope you join us. And remember, have a wonderful week. Keep your hearts open and aligned with the energy of love. And I'll see you next week. Bye.